An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett now. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll try and throw for it here. Now this is incomplete. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
He was taken down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the first round, but when he heard his name called in the second round by the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Brissett to throw on first. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
at their own 40.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your...
This is intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Taylor at the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
1st and 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He was brought down by Trey Waynes. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Bengals 6, Colts nothing.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Was brought down by Trey.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Gain of only a
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often in Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
The Bengal ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. A handoff to Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And it's 3rd down.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. To throw, Gabbard. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards there on a first down.
First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing, Gabbard. His throw incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gabbard. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by Trey.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Back at the 46-yard line.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check. Mike, 57. Exit.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brissett. Campbell making the catch. And out of bounds right around the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From the red zone now, Brissett. He's got Burton here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Bengals 12, Colts 7. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Mixon. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Powering his way forward. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10, Gabbard. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. but they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Joe Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll try to throw here. Gabbard. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Going with a fullback, Miller. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Bruce Miller. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Brissett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
10 more yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Taylor. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. On 2nd and 9, Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Bengals 20, Colts 14. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And all the way down to the 35.
Complete to Joe
A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Gabbert. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Gabbert now. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's a run with Mixon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
Back at the 5-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Gabbard. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown,
John Ross.
Cincinnati.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Here's Gabbard. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Bosher set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
4 makes it 3rd and 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, it's Taylor. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Bengals 26, Colts 21. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
The Bengal ball carrier.
We got a plane to catch.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Oh, throwing here, Gabbard. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Past the 20.
You'll get nothing and like it.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Bengals 34, Colts 21. Matt Bosher set to kick off.
after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cincinnati, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.